Hey, do you have a like 95 through 99 Legacy Outback, Impreza, either with the 2.2 or the 2.5, and you're experiencing a check engine light, a stored code P0400, then you came to the right place. This is the Car Doctor channel. Hey, welcome back to the Car Doctor channel. I'm Tim. I'm here at my repair shop in Anchorage, Alaska, Donor Automotive. And I got a quick tip here on these Subarus, like 95 through 99, Outbacks, Imprezas, probably other models as well, with the 2.2 or 2.5 motor, and you're experiencing a check engine light, stored code P0400. Got a couple tips for you. This customer came in, of course, with the complaint of a check engine light, illuminated, and went ahead and hooked up the scan tool. Came up with the code P0400. Okay, I'm not going to do a comprehensive rundown of all the possibilities here, just what we commonly see on these, and a quick check that you can do without much for tools and equipment. But basically here is the EGR system, for the most part, consisting of this pressure transducer that measures exhaust back pressure and will signal the EGR valve, and then the EGR valve here, of course, and then below here, right below the throttle cables, is the EGR solenoid. So any of these things, including the vacuum hoses that run to the pressure transducer, the solenoid, the EGR valve itself, could be the problem. You want to definitely check all your rubber vacuum hoses, and if you do have a vacuum gauge, you want to apply some vacuum to the actual EGR valve. See if that if vacuum will hold it open. You can visually see in these if the diaphragm's holding it open, and then what you want to do is pull your pressure transducer. I've already had this off of here, and then there's a hose attaching the base of the transducer to this small tube here that runs down to the base of the EGR and picks up the exhaust back pressure there. And look down inside of this steel tube here. This is the #1 cause for this code. This steel tube becomes restricted with a buildup of carbon and doesn't allow for enough exhaust back pressure to bypass the transducer. When you pull it off, look for moisture in the transducer. That's also another sign that it's restricted, but actually sometimes these can just be clogged up with moisture and cause that issue. So make sure your transducer port is looks like it's clear, and then we're going to pull off this tube here because I can see down in there it's restricted. Hopefully you can get a better look, but if you are running down a diagnosis here and you don't see restriction there, you want to check and make sure that you're getting vacuum past the solenoid, that has proper powers and grounds to it. Okay, my phone was ringing there, sorry about that, but there's a single bolt attaching this tube to the intake. We'll remove that so we can pull this tube out and take a closer look. Now be careful, this tube is delicate. You certainly don't want to break it. Just work it off of there. They probably deal with some of these that get rusted off down in other places where you actually have rust. We don't see a lot of rust up here, apart from vehicles that are exposed to salt water, so there's no rust present on this one, but I could imagine these can get a little rusty. probably fall apart as you're trying to take it apart. It's coming. All right. There's the tube. We'll take it over to the bench here. Now we'll try to show how this is restricted here, but I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. Can't really show it, but I can do this. Just stick a wire up here, and they rarely completely clog up, but they get restricted enough. That's completely clogged here on the end. They get restricted enough to prevent enough flow so that the transducer doesn't feed vacuum to the look at that, it's just completely packed. I guess they do get completely clogged, because this one is. Probably make better tools for doing this. I'm gonna probably squirt some cleaner in there and blow it out with compressed air. It's also good to just look at this transducer. This thing had a little bit of glop in the end of it. You don't want to puncture the diaphragm in here, but just want to get it cleaned out. I'll grab my air hose and get this cleaned out the rest of the way. A little brake clean here. Get all that black yuck out of there. Probably be a good idea to pull the EGR valve off and clean those passages out, and then when you're done, before you slap that tube on, go ahead and start it up and blow that crap out of there. Okay, stick my tube back in. You don't want to over tighten that. Reinstall your vacuum hoses and the transducer valve. and we're good to go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear the codes on this, and we'll run it through all the readiness monitors, confirm the repair. But I'm sure this one is a successful fix, and I appreciate you watching the Car Doctor channel. We'll catch you next time. Have a good one.